Hello everybody, welcome to Bridges Get Stitches. I'm Natasha. Everybody that's coming back, thank you so much for returning. It's good to see you again, although I can't see you, but you can see me. So I guess it's good to see me again. And those of you that are new, thank you for tuning in. It's so good to meet you. Please drop a comment below. I want to know something about you. What's your stitching type? Where do you live? You have some random pet that people think is funny, anything, something new and interesting. I like to learn about people. I love to chat and just communicate. So leave me a comment. This is a channel primarily about cross stitch, although I do also embark in some sewing adventures. So you'll see just kind of a lot of all of that. But this one is mostly cross stitch. I typically tend to do floss tubes, and then I'll separate out my machine sewing stuff into what I call sew tube. Yeah, I know that doesn't exist. I just made it up. But every once in a while I do show a few of my sewing projects. Today is just going to be cross stitch though, so stick around for that. As far as life updates go, gosh, there's nothing new. Like I wish I could say there was something different, but I mean, let me check my notes. Yeah, no, I literally wrote not much. Life updates, not much. It is getting into audit season, so I'm getting a lot busier. Means there's going to be a lot more travel. I do environmental compliance audits, and so I'll be traveling up to Columbus like twice, 3 times a month or whatnot, just to do some compliance audits up there. I will also do some audits with airports and such. That's a lot of the work that I really enjoy doing is environmental audits. So with that picking up this summer, I'll be driving a lot more during the day, so I won't get as much time for stitching because that's normally like beginning of the day and end of the day for me, and instead I'll be driving during those times. So we'll see. Yeah, other than that, it's like same old same. Works the same. Weather's obviously a lot nicer. Got the door open. And I am working on setting up my new stitchy spot, which I will throw in a video or a little clip just at the very end. I wanted to show you guys where that's going to be because it's gorgeous, especially right now. It's outside in the Rapunzel balcony outside of my bedroom, and I love it. So stay tuned at the end to see that little video. And also, Brian did set up our gallery wall in the sitting room. And so actually, let me just pop a quick clip in right now. You guys can see that. Okay, now I can show you the gallery wall that my husband set up. He just finished putting this up the other day. So we've got a couple of the paintings that we've done. I did this one. We did this one together at a paint night, and then this one was one that I pulled a picture off online, and we just did it for a date night. I grabbed the colors that would match. And then Brian went and grabbed a bunch of these old frames from like Goodwill and strung across just some wire right here or some fishing wire with these little itty bitty clips so that Lucy can clip her own artwork on. But I have all of this space for my cross stitching, and you can see my very first fully finished frame, Love Bug, is up on the wall. And just to be even more adorable, Lucy's got her own little gallery for her work in progresses. Okay, yeah, so that's what it looks like. It's nice to have a place to put things up on the wall. You know, it's going to be Lucy and me and Brian, just all of our crafty stuff that can go on a wall will go on a wall there. We moved most of the Lucy photos up onto the hallway, like up the stairs, So that's going to be more of our picture area, and that's going to be primarily for crafts, because I can already tell with my growing TBS list that I'm going to be stitching a lot and framing a lot. I've already got a couple other ones that I want to put together. So speaking of FFOs, none. I didn't get around to fully finishing anything, although I do have 2 finishes to show you. We will start with my Gnomies. So, well, I guess I don't have to show you progress because I'm done with it. Let's see here. Just put this up behind it. Hanging with my Gnomies, all completed. I love how the back stitch just makes them pop out. It's so cool. And so my plans with this one, I love the light goes through it because it's so nice outside. My plans with this one, up in the air. I'm really debating. Like, I could just clip all this off and make it into a hoop and hang it. Or I could make it into a project bag. Or I could make it into a tote bag. I don't know. Put your vote below, because I don't have a preference, and I'm leaning against the hoop because I have another project that I would like to put in this hoop and then hang in my office. That Office Suite Office one that I showed you guys a couple videos ago. So I'm leaning against that. So if I don't do that, what do I do with it? Let me know what your vote is. So there's that one. And then I don't actually remember if I had started this one before. Yeah, I had already started this one. So this is the gift for Brian. He plays D&D. He actually runs D&D. So he's got like a campaign he's running online. And so I stitched this up for him, and I have a little frame. It's not gonna fit with the glass in the frame. So what I'm gonna do is do like a flat fold, kind of like Nicole does on her stem xstitch. And then it's like a front inserting frame. It's a little weird. Like you put the picture in from the front, not the back. And so I'm gonna do this on as a flat fold and then pop it on in there. So he can just put that on his desk. So there's that one. Nice little quick finish. Had a lot of fun with that. So that's all that I have finished, although I'm working on at least one more that I know for a fact is going to be done because there's a due date on it. So let me do whips. It's a Sure Thing by Bucilla. I've been doing a little bit of extra work on that. Pop a picture here of what where it was last time. And then move this thread out of the way. This is where it is now. Mostly just, I added, this green in, so it's moving along. I didn't spend a lot of time on this just because I had a focus piece that I'll show in a little bit, but I wanted to do something. So I moved in a little bit with the green. And so then I'm just gonna fill in the rest here. I'm like avoiding all of this white. So I'll probably do the bottom and then go up. So yeah. Okay. Next was, let me put this thread back on it or I'm gonna totally miss that next time that I go to sew. Next up, I made quite a bit of progress on the frame, frame only, for the spring stamp sal. And so I think maybe last time, I don't think I had actually started this one last time. Let me look. Yeah, I hadn't even started this one. So new start, not a whip. Well, I mean, now it's a whip, but it was a new start. So I got quite a bit of the frame done. And funny story on this fabric, I put it up on my Instagram, but it was hilarious. I went in just for a weekday. I had a day free for lunch, and I have an hour lunch period, and it takes me about 15 minutes to get over to Keepsakes. So I drove to Keepsakes, and then I stitched for a half hour, and then I drove back. I was there so soon that they were like, oh, you're leaving already? Well, yeah, that's all I got. So I'll be back, but we'll see. We'll see when. Because lunch hours are precious, and that's a half hour I didn't get to stitch because I was driving. But anyway, I went there and I was stitching, and I had just finished one piece of thread on here, and I set it down, and Lenny instantly reaches over, grabs it, and says, I've got to serge this because it's bothering me, because I don't have a serger and I have yet to start zigzagging my edges. I do have plans to start doing those things, or like sew on fabric or something, but I just wasn't, and I stitch in hand, so of course it like frays on the end. So she snags it and runs over and serges it, and I'm like, well, thanks. It was bothering her, so she fixed it. So spring stamp sale, this one is gonna wait at least a week because I really have to finish one of my other ones, which I'm gonna show you. Let's see, next up, my main whip that I'm gonna show you now is the Rainbow Block Challenge. And I believe this one was also a start from last time. Like, I don't think I had started it. Yeah, I hadn't started it last time. Wow, I guess that makes me feel better about how fast I'm going. So this was one that Stitching Book Club put up, and it was available on April 15th, and you have to stitch it by May 16th. I might have to check that date. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have to have it done by the 13th anyway, because the 14th is our anniversary and we're going out, so I'm gonna have like no time. But anyway, I digress. I purchased it and I waited just a little, like a week or so to start it, just because I had so much going on in my head. And so this is what the pattern looks like. And after spending a very long time on it, that's where I'm at. In 2 weeks, a week, something like that. Isn't that cool? I like cannot put it down. It's so much fun. There's a lot of color change, a lot. This box is so stinking cool. I'm loving it. And all these different colors. This box is not complete yet, but all of these are done. These two are done, this one's done, and then these are waiting to be done. So I just have to finish these boxes, this box, and then the border. Ooh. And that border's intense, like take a look at that. It takes a lot. But it's really cool. I'm liking how it's turning out. I'm trying to get the color to show up for you guys. It's just stitched on white, 14 count, 8 Just. It's stitched on white, 14 count, 8 I don't like when people say just, and then I start saying it. Like, it's just DMC, it's just this, it's just that. No, you know what? Own it. 14 count, 8 It looks really cool. But, I mean, this one has to be done by the next time, so look forward to a finish. So there's that one. I think those are all my whips. Yep. But then I have 3 new starts because it's Mania. Technically 4 because of the stamp sale. But I have 3 new starts from Mania because it's the 4th. So I started one on the 5th, or the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and I'll have to start another one tonight. So on the 1st, I had like 0 time by the end of the day. It was May 1st, so it was a busy day. And so I like rushed home and pulled this one out, and it's monochromatic Monday, and I didn't get much done, but there's a start on it. So it's called Ornamental Carpet 480. It's by Zephyr. Here's a picture of what it'll look like when it's done. And I believe it's supposed to be on 14 count Ada, but I had an 18 count hanging out, so I just grabbed that. And here's my little itty bitty start. Just the beginnings of a little flower. So, not much at all, but it's a start. I think it's like 2 threads worth in here, something like that. Actually, that might just be one. 1 thread. But hey, it's 1 thread. Okay? So there's that one. And then that one, let's see. I started that one May 1st. Then I started, Tuesday was Tiny Tuesday. And so I opened up my Earth Day collaboration folder because you know I was jumping on that. Environmental scientist, Earth Day, done. So I decided to go ahead and jump in there and pick a tiny from that. And so I picked Biodiversity Matters by Pixel Pixie Stitches. And that's what it's gonna look like. And I picked up there's a picture of it on my Instagram I'll throw in here. Actually, let me just get it. Okay, sorry. I just had to grab it because I could show you the picture or I could show it to you like on camera. But anyway, I went to Keepsakes and I was looking for Cosmo 9009. Didn't have any Cosmo, but, and I don't think I expected them to, but whatever. So I was trying to find something that was similar to it, and I ended up picking up this Wildflowers thread. It's called Royal Jewels, and it's got the yellows. Maybe I'll put it against some white so you can actually see the color there. I don't know why I said yellows. It doesn't have any yellows in it. What's that gonna focus there? It's got blues and pinks. That's not pulling up at all. Blues and pinks and reds. Just a ton of really pretty colors all thrown in. And so it looked great. And I subbed that out for that Cosmo, and I think it was a great decision. I feel like this is making it very dark. I don't know if that's helping. We'll find out. There, I'll block the light a little bit. Anyway, so I grabbed this, threw it in place of Cosmo, and I think it turned out great. Granted, you can't really see the variegation in that. What's going on here? Here, maybe try this. Block some of that light, and then you can see the color differentiation in there. You got your blues, a lot of your reds are over here. It's so pretty. Like all the different colors are in that bee. I'm trying to move it around so maybe you can see some of the coloring. I thought maybe if I filmed during the day instead of at night that you guys would get a better picture of me. Let me close the screen. Okay, that's a little bit better. We'll see. We're just gonna mess with it. I mean, everybody has lighting issues, so here we go. So let's try this again. That's the Biodiversity Matters, the different coloring on there, that Royal Jewels floss. So yeah, that's turned out well. It's a nice little start. I'll put a picture up too, just because maybe it'll come out a little bit better in the picture. But that one's really pretty. And then yesterday I just call it Cats and Dogs, but it's dogs have owners, cats have staff. And that was for my Wordy Wednesday. And it was just a pattern that I found in it was the spring 2014 edition of the Cute Cross Stitch magazine. I just got it from the library. And here's my little start. you can see I'm starting to get the maid and then a little bit of the border. Cat's gonna go here, and then the dog section all goes up here. Oh, yeah. It's looking good. Black and white and green. That's all we got so far. Okay. So those are my starts. Haul, of course, is that Royal Jewels floss I showed you. I got a ton of Ada because I knew I was gonna need it for Stitch Mania. So I've got a big haul of that. And then I gotta show you my my linen. I did get a bunch of 40 count linen. Just picked it up at the store, and I grabbed some RIT dye. I got gray and green, and I dyed that sucker. So this is gonna be for my oddities style that I'll be doing. And there's a ton, so I'm also gonna put a bunch of the Earth Day things on here as well, because it's just really pretty. I hope that's coming out in there. Some modeling in there. It's just so fun. I love dyeing fabrics. I won't do it very often, but I have fun with it. What else did I get? I picked up 3 patterns from, what's the, Mama Witch Cross Stitch. I grabbed Tea Time, the possum cross stitch. It'll actually work really well because the place that we go to 4 times a year down in Tennessee, it's called Possum Trot. And so I'm gonna stitch this up and then take it down there and throw it up in the little saloon tavern thing that's down there. So that'll be fun. And then I got Little World, which is like mushrooms. I think there's a frog on it. It's just really cute, and it's a gift for a friend. And then the other one I got is Amanita Witch, which is this mushroom top. So adorable. Also a gift for somebody. So those will be on my TBS list now. And let's see. Guess next is my plans. I don't know where I put my, oh, it's right here. My Mania calendar. It's full and ready to stitch. So everything in yellow are the ones that I did. I actually need to highlight. Look, dogs and cats. Done. 3 days down. 1, 2, 28 to go. Let's see. So between now and when I next get on, I'm gonna try to do one next week, but we'll see. No Talkie Till Coffee is Thursday. I've got a cat silhouette one, also from the magazine, that is gonna be Friday for Freaky Friday. Then I'm gonna start my oddities sale. Then on Sunday I have Cranky Cat Sampler. Now I need to know who was it that I got that one from, because I actually got it as part of a like Instagram thing. Miriam. I'm gonna look it up what her Instagram is and put it down below, because I don't know if her Instagram is the same as her email. Crafty Yams, just found it. Crafty Yams on Instagram. She did the Cranky Cat sampler. And so I've got that one on for Sampler Sunday. And then the following Monday, Monochromatic Monday, Ornamental Carpet 439, also by Zephyr Moon. Tuesday, I'm gonna do the Bigfoot pattern from the Earth Day Sal, and then, because that's Tiny Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Wordy Wednesday, I'm gonna do the Respect Your Earth from the Earth Day collab. Oh my goodness, duh. So another piece of haul or plans just arrived in the mail. Opening it now. I literally ran out to my mailbox like 5 minutes before I started filming because I got the notification that this was here and I wanted to see it. Marjorie, if you're watching, pay attention because this is a hashtag Marjorie made me. I'm joining in Manning May, so I'm gonna throw this one in to the list of starts. Probably as soon as I'm done with the rainbow block challenge, then I'll do this one. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. I really like the browns and stuff. I don't really have a lot of like brown things, but this would go really good for just fall-esque. I mean, you could keep it up year round, but it's cute. So I'll be doing the Manning May sale. Thanks, Marjorie. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I also joined the Wordy Exchange, which I believe it's part of the Snarky and Modern Facebook page. And so we just got our assignments, our matches or whatever. And so we have until a date in June to stitch them and mail them out. And so I just got my match and will be picking a pattern for my individual and getting that stitched up and sent out. So that's fun. And somebody mystery is gonna be sending me one. Exciting. What else am I doing? I think that's all. I don't want to like go overboard. I say as I have 31 days of May planned to start new stitches. You know, is what it is. Okay, so then I've got Happy Mail. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw my notification in my story. But I got 2 pieces of giveaway. I got one from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. This was the Garden Fairy, which is one of her giveaways that she did a couple weeks ago, but really pretty. And those flowers are great for the Showers of Flowers Sal. So I'll be doing that one. It looks like a pretty quick 5x5. Yeah, that'll be pretty quick. Stitch up. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 74 by 74. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be a quick stitch. So I'm gonna pull that one together for that. I don't know when. I don't know. It's just, it'll happen when it happens, y'all. And then I'm super excited about this. I won a thread winder from Stacy Stitches, and this was, made from, by her husband, Brian, at Union Woodworking. It's got their little stamp there. And I've joked with her a couple times about this, but my husband is also a woodworker, and his name is Brian. He doesn't do like these things, but he's made me a couple things. Like he made me a couple clappers and such for my sewing. But we just always laugh that both our husbands are named Brian, and that both woodworkers. And there's another lady out there, she was telling me, whose husband is Brian, is a woodworker. So all of us stitchers marrying these woodworkers, man. Okay, well, I think that's it as far as like cross stitching. Oh, no. So one thing I wanted to do is, I keep mentioning my TBS list, and I thought it would just be fun to share one of those each time. And so this one is a nod to and a thank you to Lauren from New Hampshire Stitcher, because this is one that she has brought up recently, and every time I see it, I just can't get over just how cool it is, and I really, really want to stitch it. And so my TBS list, this is one that is probably gonna be on there not as long as normal because it's already in my cart on 123 Stitch. It's And Then a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm so excited to get this one and stitch on it at some point. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, and then I have, so we're done with stitching stuff. I just have my fun little random segments. This is one of the pictures from Brian's wall. I always said I would share one each time. This is how I roll. And check out that frame. I think we got this for like 50 cents at Goodwill. Tons of fun. So yeah, there's one of our wall photos. And all of these gorgeous, beautiful temperatures and the sun and everything out there is really making me look forward to summer. And so the little language tidbit that I have for you, we'll stick with Spanish because that's what I'm most comfortable with. I'm still learning French and sign language. I took, I don't even remember how many years of Spanish. It's been so long since I've spoken it though that it's like slowly getting back to me. But I was dreaming of summer and just excited to make plans for summer and like camping and hiking and doing all these fun things with my daughter. And so the phrase today is, I can't wait for summer. So in Spanish, no puedo esperar al verano. So no puedo, I can't. Esperar, wait for. Al verano, el summer. El summer. No puedo esperar al verano. So I hope you guys get out there to enjoy some of this weather. I hope you have good weather where you are, because you know what? Here in Ohio, it's great, but I don't know how it is for everybody else. So I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And yeah, I just hope you get some stitching time. And we will chat next time around. Thanks, guys. I wanted to show you my soon-to-be new stitchy spot because it's starting to warm up outside. And I'm so excited to take my lunch breaks out here when I work from home. So check it out. Nice little chair here. We've got a table to go over here. This is just a little Rapunzel balcony. I get to hang out here, enjoy the sun, enjoy the birds. It's gonna be great. And I think I'm actually gonna go get my stitching right now.